Hello guys, and welcome back to a new video. Today we're going to talk about something that very few people talk about it in the trading space, and it's not exciting, it's not stimulus like a new shiny concept or a new strategy with 95% win rate that works for a week and then stops working. This is something real, and I wish someone has told me this when I was getting started with trading. Today's topic is about not knowing what to do. Or let me put it this way. It is alright to not know where price is going. Alright? This might look like superficial and common knowledge, but it's honestly not. Because knowing something and living by it is not the same. So what I mean by that, let me give you an example first. 2 days ago or 3 days ago, I made a prediction video. Alright, I did my analysis on Bitcoin. Price was here. Let me go back to the 1 hour. I walked you through the weekly on all time frames, shared with you all the logic and why we should expect a move to here. I did the video, price was here. I told you why we should expect a move to here to take this, and then I told you that we're gonna trade to the upside, right? And here when we trade to the upside, I'm expecting a rejection, but that rejection is not gonna go to all this low because we already took the targets, the low and the imbalance, and then we saw the move to the upside. All right, so I shared with you the prediction when I was here, and then I did another video sharing with you how it played out and the trades that I took based on this idea. Here, I was confident with what price will go next. Everything was pretty obvious from the daily time frame, from the weekly. We took all these lows, these imbalances. We have a nice trend forming up, right? Price is very obvious. Expansion, pullback, another leg, another pullback, another leg right here, pullback, right? Everything is obvious. But for example, if I want to do the same here, I can't. When I log to the chart to look for another opportunity, all right, and I'm expecting these highs to get taken, and we were here, I honestly didn't know what's gonna happen. So what I did, I'm talking about this range right here. Let's see it on the 5 minute. I looked into the chart right here and I honestly didn't know what's going to happen next, right? And I felt comfortable with that, all right? I don't know what price might go because you might see my previous video where I shared this right here and price moved exactly like I predicted, and you might think that I have mastered price, but that's not the case, and that's not how professional traders and traders who are consistent use technical analysis. Let's forget about psychology, although this is also related to psychology. But when I was here, I had no idea what's going to happen next. And again, I was too comfortable with that. I closed the chart and there is nothing in here to put my money on it. All right. So I closed the chart, returned later on, and I found that we are still in a range, but a bigger one. Again, I have no idea what's going to happen next, whether we're going to trade below this low and then take these highs, whether we're going to do a deeper pullback, right? I don't know. I'm waiting for price to give me more information, to give me more structure, so things are obvious like this. Because I saw or I watch a lot of live streams of people trading from all over school of thoughts, ICT, wave traders, pattern traders, whatever, right? And the common theme among them is that whenever they start that live stream, the moment they start the live stream till they end it, they're all talking about where price might go next. They're doing their technical analysis. Price is going to here, you might see this, and price violates all of their levels every single time. Their prediction rate is very low, right? And the reason is that they try to know every single move. I have never watched someone on a live stream and he says or she says to their viewers that, guys, I don't know what price will go next. I have no idea. I'm gonna just wait. They all try to be cool, trying to be technical scientists. They try to make a possibility for every single thing, for every single situation, right? And with this mindset, whenever you log into the chart to start your trading day, you're gonna start doing your technical analysis, right? If price is not obvious, you're gonna start doing some random predictions for something that isn't there, rather than closing the chart, coming back later where everything is screaming at you that price wants to go higher or lower. We try to force things and we feel like we have to force a move or a prediction, right? Like a lot of times we have two scenarios. You log in into the chart and everything feels obvious. We have a nice target, we done the pullback maybe to the upside, and price is just ripping to the upside, right? And all you have to do now is to look for small pullbacks to enter from. Another day you might log into the charts and you have absolutely no idea where price might go, right? So you start doing your analysis. Maybe you're gonna go here, maybe we have here, but we have this imbalance right here that might reject from it, and we start doing our predictions here and trying to take trades. But what if we just stick with this? When you log into the charts, I don't know, New York AM session, and it's not this right here, it's something like this. It took you more than 15 seconds or more than 10 seconds to see where price might go, then close the chart, come back to the PM session. A lot of times the PM session is very, very clean. Why do you feel, or why do we feel like we need to trade both, right? This is what I don't understand. Maybe because the social media standards? I'm not sure. Maybe you see this price action and you have no idea where price might go. You go to social media, you see people took some trades, took some winners, they share their winners, and of course they share only winners. Nobody's gonna share their losers here. And you might think that everyone is making money on this price action. So you go back to your chart, you open your trading view, whatever platform you're using, and you do your analysis once again. You try to force something, and then you take a loss. Again, why don't you just stick with this right here? This, when everything is obvious. If you just trade here, you're not going to have 100% win rate, but believe me, you're going to have really nice win rate, and you're going to pass challenges and make payouts. Like I said, most traders on social media are fake. All right, there is this statistic that I saw the other day, and a prop firm called Earn to Trade released this statistic. It is a reputable firm. They are around from since 2016, I believe. They are a futures firm. All right, so they released this statistic about the passing rate. No, it was the failure rate in challenges. All right, so what is the failure rate? So from 100 people, how many people actually pass a challenge and how many people fail that challenge? And the challenge is pretty simple. It is don't go below 70 or don't go below 7% maximum drawdown and reach a 7% target. If we talk about risk to reward, it is basically a 1-to-1, right? Pretty simple. Don't go below 7 and reach 7%. Now, since it is a 1-to-1, you might think that it is 50-50 from the people who are going to pass the challenge and the people who are going to fail. But do you know how many people failed in the challenge? They released that statistic for the month of, I'm not sure which month, but it was a month from last year. All right, it was 90% failure rate. I was shocked, actually. Like a 7% target, 7% maximum drawdown, and 90% of the people failed to pass that challenge. And they have pretty good trading environment and trading conditions. All right, you're not gonna get slipped or something. They have decent conditions, but the failure rate was 90%. And when you go to social media, when you go like Twitter, Instagram is just insane. You shouldn't be there from the first place, but in Twitter or X, everybody is posting winners, winner after a winner. You see the posts that you're gonna see on Twitter, 90% of them are winners and only 10% of them are losers. So can you see the difference here? The contradiction between the reality of trading in prop firms or personal capital and then what social media is advertising. So the lesson, or what I'm trying to say here, is that when you log into the chart and you don't know what's going to happen, close the chart and go to something else. All right, wait for those conditions where you feel comfortable taking a trade, putting your risk. You're not seeing two scenarios, whatever strategy you're using or concepts you're using. Sometimes it's very easy for me, but it's hard for you to see it. Sometimes it's the opposite. It's very clean for you, right? You have taken a lot of clean trades on that environment, but for me it's not my cup of tea. But the point here is that don't force things. Another example is US 100 or NQ in today's price action. I logged into the chart at 10 a.m. All right. This is the 15-minute chart. We took the high from here, but we were leaving all these lows here, right? This and this and this, and we'll start trading to the upside, and suddenly we started to trade lower. Let's go to the 5-minute, for example. I took some trades from here, and the first one was a winner, then a loser, and then a break even. All right, but once I felt like I don't understand where price might go next, I just don't see it. If we're gonna go to this high or this low, it's not obvious for me. I just closed the chart and didn't trade after that. Simple as that, right? It might look simple, but a lot of us don't understand this and they don't actually apply it in their day trading. So that would be all for today's video. A short one, but I feel like a lot of people need it because I see some people send me charts about their trades. All right, so today they send me some trades and I see and I give them my feedback. I look from the higher time frame to lower time frame and I give them why they might took this loss or whatever. But the next day they send me another trade and it's not identical. The entry pattern might be identical, but the environment and the context, it was not identical. It's two different trades when you see them from a higher point of view. When you zoom in like this, so you might see them as an identical trade, but one trade was taken, let's say, from a leg like this in a higher time frame, and the other trade was taken like this. All right, so can you see the difference here? So I hope you like this video, and if you have any other questions, my DM is always open. I might take some time to reply to you. Again, I'm not on social media anymore, but I will eventually. Or you can leave comments down below and I'll reply to you there. Now, happy trading and good luck.